2011 with Jamie Grace.
Holler.
And how was it? How was your set?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, the crowd was amazing, and the heat wasn't that great, but all the amazing people made up for it, so it was totally cool.
So is it kind of weird to like be here and be playing at Creation?
Yeah, I've wanted to come to Creation for a very long time, and it was really far. I'm a pastor's kid, so we could never really do, weekend stuff that's 13 hours away from home.
Yeah.
So, but actually, my mom and dad both came out with me this weekend, and yeah, it was just so much fun. I can't wait to Chris August is playing now. I can't wait to hear Brian Heath and Toby, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it was was it a surprise for you or not that Toby came out?
Well, I did know that he was gonna come. My mom was telling someone was like, so did you know that Toby Mac was gonna come out and sing with you? And I did know because I was raised on Christian music, and I never really had posters up in my room or anything, but Toby Mac can't walk out on stage and not tell me, because I would have frozen literally and just been like, oh my god. So, but I like to not tell people he's coming, see if they like me, and then if they like me enough, then I'm like, okay, you can come now.
Aww, that's cool. I mean, such a big artist to be working with.
Yeah.
So how did you get your start in music?
Well, as I said, I'm a pastor's kid, so I've been singing in church since I was about 3 years old. My whole life I've been singing, and I've always loved it. But I was always kind of a shy kid, and I came out of my shell when I was about 13 or 14. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when I was 11 years old, and I went through a really rough patch of life, frustration and anger, and kind of an emo life, really sitting in my room all day, just kind of mad at what was going on in my life. And when I was about 13, my granddad brought a drum set to me and a guitar to my sister, and he really just wanted to bring some joy in the house, but I don't really think he knew that he was kind of fueling a dream and fueling a career for both of us. Actually, she's a worship leader back home, and so it's just been a really cool journey to really see God work in my life and my sister's life as well, from when we were back in this state of just upset and angry and frustrated. But now we've taken that frustration and bang on drum sets and learn how to play music. And so I started doing YouTube videos when I started playing guitar and singing about 5 years ago. And then Toby found some of those YouTube videos about a year ago and hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, hey, let's work on music together. And then I thought it was fake, so
I was going to say, do you believe Toby Mac on Twitter? It's like, yeah, right, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I thought it was the epitome of a joke from one of my friends at school, so I did not reply. I refused to reply to it. But then when I tried to reply, when I realized it was real and got up and passed out and everything, I couldn't reply because he wasn't following me on Twitter. Obviously, Toby Mac isn't following me, so I couldn't reply. But I guess they were so serious about it. Joey from the label Gotee, he found my mom's website. She's my manager, and he found her cell phone number, and he called her. He was like, hey, Toby is serious. So
wow.
We went up and we met with him in a coffee shop, and yeah, it hasn't slowed down yet.
Wow, that's so weird.
It's very weird. It sounds like I'm making up a story when I tell it sometimes. So if I wasn't there, I probably wouldn't believe myself.
Yeah. No, good story. Now, I haven't heard you speak, but I've heard that you also like to speak.
Yes.
So what kind of things do you really focus on there?
Well, when I decided that I wanted to be a motivational speaker, it was around the same time I started playing drums. I was about 13 or 14. And it was around that time when I came out of that rough patch with having Tourette syndrome. And if you don't know, it's a condition that makes me make movements and sounds I can't control. So even though I don't have a really bad case, I do have to focus really hard on standing still sometimes, or singing the right song, or not letting my ADD get the best of me. So when I was about 14, I realized I loved to talk, and I was really coming out of my shell and just really wanting to share music with everyone. I was like, you know what? I'm probably not the only kid that's been through this stuff. There's probably other kids that feel mad at God sometimes, other kids that are stressed out, other kids that need to find hope and joy. And so my kind of stance became resilience. And from there, people would ask me to speak about other things besides bouncing back and things like that. So I started a girls group called Grace Talk, and that's where I go out and for a couple hours with about 30 to 40 or a couple hundred girls, I do a small little group and talk about purity and modesty. And I was homeschooled as well, so I speak at homeschool conferences, and I'm a pastor's kid, so sometimes I speak at youth conferences. And it's just people are just saying, hey, well, you have a song about this. Did you write it? Is that from your heart? Well, can you speak about it? So it's just really exciting experience to get to share so many different avenues and so many different messages with people, and just really share my heart with other people. Speaking is definitely a big part of my heart, as you can probably tell. I talk a lot.
It's good talking. And we love your music too. I love your style. What kind of people do you like to listen to?
Well, love country music.
That I never would have. I honestly wouldn't have guessed that. I love the song "Hold Me."
Yeah, I love the Gotee vocal band. I love Johnny Cash, Sugarland. But I was raised on Christian and classical. My parents, and I'm very glad they were. My parents were very big on age-appropriate music. So up until I was probably 14 or 15, I really just was a Zoe girl, +1, Toby Mac, Out of Eden, Mahalia Jackson kind of kid, like Mary, all that stuff. And I still love that. I mean, if you go through my CD case, the things that I have most of are Zoe Girl and Super Chick and Barlow Girl. Because I love Christian music, and I love country, and I love jazz as well. So that's probably the most of what I listen to. And then every now and then I, like listen to some hip hop, some Group 1 Crew, try to just try to get cool. I'm not really good at it, as you can probably tell with my dancing.
Well, I think you're great. I can't wait to hear more of your music. So far, it's just the EP that's been released, right?
Yes, and there's a full album coming out this fall. That is.
Cannot wait.
I cannot wait either.
Well, all the best to you. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.